We made this thing snooze, spit venom clouds in its face. What else could we possibly do to cripple this thing further? I know! Trick away its item! I gave him a choice scarf, and I removed his weakness policy. It's not your day, is it? Hey everybody, kicking it retro here today. SquirtlizKool is leading this battle off, which is far cooler than both Torkoal and the Scissor on the opposing side. As always, if you enjoyed the music we're kicking in today's show, drop a comment down below and let me know. So, I say that as I misclick and go for the incredible useful Clear Smog. At least take it up my son as he swords dances. Crazy how this music is so fitting as a new game for that series just got announced yesterday. It's from the game that I played when I was younger, one of my favorite fighting games to this day. Retro plays games other than Pokemon? What? First video done in a completely different style. Let me know what you guys think. So, luckily I don't pay for that mistake. He gets greedy, goes for the swords dance. It'd be crazy if I got the burn on that lava plume. Oh, and it has a focus sash. How unfortunate. That is the ultimate cinch to add to those third-degree burns from that lava plume. And the steel type is Scorched. Now that his Scissor has been reduced to cinders, he throws out this threat like it's no one's business. Regardless of what type this Dragonite is, Torkoal is a bulky turtle, fearing only Choice Band sets, which this is most likely either Choice Band or Dragon Dance Terra Normal, so my best play, regardless of what happens here, is a Yawn. He sets up a Dragon Dance. If I protect and he stays in, then the crisis is averted. If he switches, then this threat will be looming in the back for all of eternity. At least he'll be subdued for now. So he stays in and goes for a +1 Earthquake. However, Torkoal hangs on from the mighty Earth Tremors with just over half remaining, spouting a weak lava plume. The beast has been lulled to sleep. This reminds me of the old story of the tortoise and the hare, where the hare loses the race, and this time we're facing a dragon. Makes me think of how Mario feels staring down Hooktail in the 1,000-Year Door without the badge to defeat him. Further insult to injury to this valiant dragon, Torkoal goes for the Thick Fog. Let's see. That's crazy, it's a little bit behind. Goes to the Thick Fog. I mean the Clear Smog. Sorry, wrong adventure game. But that allows us to knock that Dragonite back down to normal attack. As the sun sets, however, Torkoal's time in the spotlight has come and gone. I wonder what attack he'll go for if he were to wake up. Torkoal's left his permanent mark in this battle, and it's time to change Pokemon. I would love to swap into my Mascot, however with the normal typings we can't really do that because he'll be met with a shattering ground smash. Guess it's time for the spin cycle. We've lulled this thing to sleep, spit venom clouds in its face. What else could we possibly do to cripple it further? Oh yeah, trick away its item. I give him a choice scarf and I've removed his weakness policy. Dragonite, this isn't your day, is it? Alrighty, so, let's see here. Upon waking up, my creature is immune to the land attack. Can you imagine a floating washer? Crazy how Rotom is a light Pokemon, right? It makes no sense. What does make sense is running on electricity, and with a stab Thunderbolt, Dragonite is now at a very revengeable range from Chod. We will definitely talk more about Chod in the battle, and as always, I have something extra special in the mix for Tuesday next week with an extra special thanks to Angel of the Night 091. You should check him out in his latest Nuzlocke that we're both doing. My adventure will continue sooner than you think. My opponent decides to preserve his dragon, go into his big-eared monkey. I love this Pokemon. It put in so much work versus Haban when I faced him. You can check that link down in the battle below in the description. I still need to get my side up with that. Now, this thing goes for a parting shot. I thought I would get a free layer of Toxic Spikes. I don't mind lowering the stats since I can just place the final Jagged Stone in the coffin, or stones rather, as he goes out to Iron Valiant. With lowered stats, this isn't a problem. Luckily, I can survive absolutely any attack and skewer the Valiant Warrior with Chod. None of that is going to be needed though. And the cool reason for that is Croca Jr. would make its parent proud, surviving the Psyshock, because we have that natural defensive bulk by virtue of having the rock typing. I can go for a stab move of my own, the Sludge. Oh man, but my red card forced it out into Houndstone. Well, I tell you what. That red card helps me get the Toxic Spikes far more consistently. You know what's funny? As this thing came in, I almost did a movie reference from an animated movie where I say you can't keep a good boy down, but then I thought about you can't really teach an old dog new tricks, you know, because Houndstone is old and decrepit. But that is completely fine. Instead of clicking Mortal Spin, I think it's time to bring in a different type of Pokemon. And no, a Pokemon.exe, if you will. Not a Sonic EXE reference, but a newer game reference to Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. There is no substitute for Blues and his operator, Chod. This man goes for a free knockoff. Yeah, he knocks my Adrenaline Orb off, but it lets me get up a free substitute. And now that I have my substitute up, I can easily go for a Swords Dance. I wonder what his response is going to be. So now I am at +2 attack, and I am ready to wreck things and absolutely cut them down to size with Chod. Let's see, he is going to go for, I wonder, what could this thing possibly go for? Parting Shot won't help him because I'm behind his up. Oh, he goes for an Encore! Very, very nice. So, are you giving me the Encore for the nickname, or the substitute Bisharp? Interesting. Oh, he goes back out into this Dragonite. Ha! I guess he really didn't escape. How the mighty have rock fallen. On the brink of death, the floating boulders were digging into you in your final moments. Rest in peace, friendly Draco. I know you seek vengeance for your fallen comrade, Iron Valiant. However, with a substitute up, I am absolutely safe from any attack. This substitute will break, and I can go for a +4 Iron Head and absolutely knock you out. That feels so good. Paradox Pokemon feel like they're ruling the entire format, you know, like even in VGC and everything else. He's going to bring in this Tyranitar, and as crazy as this may sound, I'm absolutely terrified and mortified of Scarfed Earthquake. I gotta try to figure out what I want to actually bring into this thing. I feel like during this battle, I played around with this thing way too much. The obvious choice is to go back out into my Rotom for sure, so that I can levitate above all of those earthquakes that have been hitting off this battle. Oh man. Let's see. Now, thinking that he may be Scarfed indeed. Oh man, I clicked the wrong freaking Pokemon. Oh my god, no, not a Stone Edge. Oh, it's a Stone Miss on my Mascot. How quaint. Now, while I do have the Stab Tera Bug X-Scissor, I now know that this thing is not Choice Scarf, so I can easily pivot into Torkoal to put my Sun back up, even though I will most likely lose this Pokemon to an Earthquake, unless he goes for a Stone Miss. He does go for the safe Earthquake. I don't need the Weather War, because now I can easily bring Blues back into pivot to Rotom, or I could also bring back in my Mascot and take it out. However, this thing is at full health, and I know I can't kill it from full health with a Stabbed X-Scissor. So I make another double switch. If he goes for Stone Edge on my Rotom, he is an awesome, excellent player, but he goes for the safe Earthquake, and that is really nice. Talk about a rock and a hard place. In the end, I decide to sack my Glimmora. Glimmora has pretty much done everything it can do for me. My Glimmora of Hope, as it gets me a free layer of Toxic Spikes that he won't be able to remove, that I indeed may need to be able to wear Houndstone down later in the game, and put it into its shallow grave before it calls on the Haunted with its signature last respects, Understand, and possibly Choice Band. However, I'm not scared of death, and just recently seeing Scream 6, incredible movie by the way, I go into Ghostface with Stabbed X-Scissor. I am happy to really bug out this Tyranitar and remove him, as I'm going to break out of my Cocoon of Evolution into the Great Ceruledge, or is it perfectly Ultimate Ceruledge? You guys decide. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and carve up this pseudo-legend with my beloved Buggy Mascot. He's going to go back into Houndstone, and on the switch into Houndstone, the rocks and the poisonous spikes laid by my last Glimmora of Hope will certainly help in wearing this Pokemon down. I do have the Sun Up, and luckily this Pokemon is not in the sand, so I can outspeed it and take it down and put it into its final resting place with my wonderful, ultimate, favorite stab move, the Bitter Blade. You know, that's very fitting for Ghostface in Scream. definitely always having a bitter blade. You know, most of the attacks in the movie actually happen because he's bitter and he gets mad, and that's why he actually, you know, commits all those heinous crimes. Thank you guys so much for watching, with an extra special thanks again to Angel of the Night 091. I've got something really special cooking for you guys on Tuesday, and I want to talk to you guys about where I've been. For those of you that are not aware, a little bit ago I posted a short of my Nintendo 3DS, and I said that I was going to have to go away for a little bit. Now, when I said I was going to have to go away for a little bit, what I meant by that is I actually had some rent troubles. I don't like to talk very personal, but I had to actually go pawn off my computers. Obviously, I have it back now, and it is wonderful to have Premiere back. Hope you guys like the music. Hope you guys like this. I did write a script. I want to leave it down below in the description just to kind of see how close it was. It's not perfect to the final product, but I want you guys to see how close it was and how much time it took. I would guesstimate the thumbnail in the script took me about 6.5 hours. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and have a good one.